everybody, Scary the Viking here. Today I've got Techno, Alet, Azure, and Floof in the chats. Today we'll be continuing on with our Deltarune Chapter 3.
And Scary will probably die a lot.
We made some decent progress last time. I don't know exactly where the end of the chapter is, but I feel like we probably made a good halfway point at least.
About 2/3, I'd say.
Yeah. So with that, I'm gonna get back into this. Ah, yes, this is where we saved.
Oh, you still at the game show?
Yes.
Oh.
Random jazz guys.
Why is the Raptor Rabbits playing in the band?
I don't know.
Because they all have rabbit ears under their hats. They're just hiding them from you. Here comes the remote guys.
Is it because they know that ears are this small?
There's more people in the chest.
Because that's where you store your people.
Yeah, totally. Ask Dubs, he would agree.
Oh, and here you go, Owl. Here's a present.
I don't trust this. I just gave this man like strange fear, staring intensely, and he just sent me something.
It's dark and repellent.
Yes, just play dark and repellent. I have a door. Oh, did you teleport here again? Hello, Morgan. Oh yes, you enjoyed your nap before Scary got just wide awake for the attacks.
What's up now?
My dog has been sleeping up until you started streaming, or until he heard your voice.
Dark has just been waiting for stream all day.
He was resting himself so he can attack. He says he wants to be awake for that attack. Dark and attack.
Is that legal?
He says so. It's a good thing I already got you your rabies shots. I'd be worried.
Yep.
Quizzes everywhere.
I did not move fast enough.
Yeah.
It moved way too quick.
Yeah, like these are the ones I was saying I wouldn't be able to help you with because stream delay.
I wanted to go back last night's stream and clip Techno.
Go to the bottom left.
You know, the last thing I heard before I left is Techno going, this one, no that one, no this one, and you're like, you're too slow, and he's like, it's stream delay.
Now push the green face.
Oh.
Welcome to the bonus zone.
Interesting. And this guy seems to be trying to clean this out.
You should.
A lot of these guys.
Yep. They're all just robbing him blind. And as you can see, all of these big prizes, he said.
Nuff.
There's still a boat.
That checks out. Oh.
Yeah, it's up.
Want to spare these bits.
Yep. Owl, do you know what's about to happen?
A noise that Tubbs likes.
Spam
No. Get rid of foolish.
He seems to be broken.
Well, that seems like a pretty normal response to saying Spamton.
Short circuiting. Yeah. Okay.
He auto-re-equips himself.
Okay. Well, that happened. Deal maker now with extra whipped cream.
Yep.
This became a duck cup.
Yep, I told you I saw how to turn Foolish into a Dubs Cup.
Ow. Couples, did you just wink?
Thank you.
Should I be worried about my dog?
Another green.
Okay, not attacked that time. Trying to check for any others at this point. I guess just those two.
Just those two.
We seem to have gained party members.
Yes. Nobody wants to be here anymore. You have to walk into it. You just get another friend.
Meth. When even security doesn't want to be security anymore.
Time for rules.
That idiot. And he dropped both of them. Okay.
The upstairs don't watch it.
Hmm.
Looks is pretending to be sleeping. He's watching. The ways of hemp duppers. The good boys for a little bit.
And planes.
Scary. You're not supposed to touch all the planes. Watch out for the bunny man.
Answer card.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to select the Lancer icon. You gotta hit.
Okay.
Every once in a while, the Lancer one will fall, and you gotta select that one when it comes.
Gotta find it.
Mm-hmm.
Ha!
Ultimate Lancer. It's enough.
Okay.
Take care, gentlemen. I'm gonna head out for a bit.
Alright.
Adios.
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 Well, that happened.
He took the snacks.
Missed.
And now you get to watch as things fall apart for TV Head.
You don't like Spampton. Hmm. Ah, so that's how we get back in here.
Yep.
We have yet to find the secrets, though.
Which secrets?
Well, whatever the secret boss of Chapter 3 and the egg.
Yeah, I think you missed the egg. I'm not really sure how to get the egg, though. It's got a whole bunch of convoluted crap in it, but I'm not sure what it wants us to do. And the secret boss, you just go back to the game system again now that you're back here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and make sure to buy the toxic axe for Susie. You're gonna need it.
No, is that in here?
Yeah, it's in this one.
They do have the one thing to get around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, time for the secret boss. Head into the S room again and go get the game system one last time. And since it's a Legend of Zelda fight, none of your items can be used in it.
He left a sock.
All that's left is a sock. And a bunny. Now if you walk down from the door, you'll find yourself in the one.
Doesn't seem I can do anything from here.
Yeah, but you can watch Rousey and Susie play games.
Don't know if anything happens when you sit there long enough, but I'm not sitting around to find out.
Yep, you got a boss to fight.
people be turned into stone,
Yep.
despite the fact that they're from this area.
Yep. The world is falling apart. Alright, ready to play the final round of Zelda.
Eh,
Welcome to the city.
cactus. Turns out the cactus hurts.
What a surprise. You will find that there is not too much going on in this city.
Very empty. Sword.
You have obtained the sword.
Oh shit.
Now you're level 3 now.
Sorry guys.
You had to do it. It's the only way to get strong enough to break these barrier things.
Nothing like murdering them, I guess.
Yeah.
Going really deep down the back alley. We going to see Spampton.
No, Spampton's in your inventory.
Yeah, good point. Hello,
Welcome to a dungeon. Fire-breathing monsters.
It's time to slice them up.
Sharks.
Again. Tree.
Yep, can't get through here until you're stronger. Can't do anything to them yet.
Ow.
Jumpy dinosaurs.
Getting wrecked because there's a message on the... Getting Discord messaged. One moment here. Sorry, there might be a little bit of back and forth with me and that for a moment, though I'll try to progress as I can.
You can't, yeah, you can only hit the gray guy. Once the gray guy dies, they all die.
Didn't want. I wouldn't die. More messages. Yeah, Pixel was asking how he's doing. I'm letting her know I'm streaming. Though, honestly, at this rate, it kind of looks like I'm about to die.
Probably. But hey, it's just a video game. You can plug your controller back in and start the dungeon over again.
That's what I get for trying to Discord chat. You know what I mean? Yep, there it goes. Unfortunate. Oh, it starts me back here.
Yep. You have to start the whole dungeon over, but at least it doesn't start the whole thing over.
We go back through the rooms I've already done real quick. Ow.
Once Pinky dies, all the other ones come after you. And Scary's dead again. Scary, how is it that you're doing worse at this than I was?
Well, to be fair, the first death was literally I'm on Discord, not actually fighting. So that first death is quite literally not, you know what I mean? And this one, I'm not focusing. Last one, I can't really say on that one. Let's see what else is... Oh, okay. That kind of attack. There. And now you've got me trying extra hard now, Techno.
Yeah, right. You are filled with determination.
Plus, some enemies I've noted don't seem to die until others are done. Despite the fact that I can hit them beforehand.
Now these guys are gonna go all after you.
If anything, they just healed me.
Yep.
That's a lot of these guys.
Yeah, but they don't move, so you can just stab them all. There's free XP, and they tend to have a decent chance for dropping candy.
Something's left.
Yep. There's still an enemy you have yet to kill. Yeah, there it is, that guy.
Puzzle. I didn't get to control for that one.
Nope. Nope, he just auto stabs it when it gets close enough. But now you are ready to chop down the tree and move on. boss will use Bomberman style attacks, like 8 directional fireballs, and charging at you after lighting himself on fire from the roof.
Spam didn't rip this guy off.
Yep.
Spamden's a laptop?
I guess so.
Our character is moving away from this
Yep.
against our will.
Yep.
Hopefully that doesn't happen during the boss fight.
It doesn't. It's only in this room.
Why are we scared of this place?
The shelter is about to have some very important stuff happen to it soon.
They don't care about walls. Got it.
Yep, they don't care about walls, but you have to deal with walls.
I see. That makes things harder.
That's my main problem with it.
Stand that
And he'll
close.
use
Whoop.
more and more techniques as, well, he
As I
doesn't have
get
too many
him.
more. And you may notice he doesn't have an HP bar. You can tell when he's getting low HP because the background of the
Gets blurry.
Iranian will change color. Well, it will change color when he gets to certain thresholds. And after you get to like the first, yeah, he moves there, now it's a different color. Now he has a couple more techniques he'll use. Which is that attack there and summoning minions. Which the minions can be useful because they can't drop candy, so.
Darn.
But yeah, but they can still kill you too. And it'll just spawn you outside of the room here, or right here, then you can plug it back in and it'll take you back to just before the boss fight.
Okay. Now that I know a little bit more of what I'm dealing with.
Yeah, my main problem with this boss fight is I kept getting stuck on the walls.
Yeah, I see what you mean now. Tight quarters.
And since he doesn't care about the walls,
Mostly just gotta be not next to him when he does that.
Yeah, that's the other part that always got me. Yeah. Honestly, that fireball move is his worst attack, and he uses it right from the get-go. You can actually attack him while he's in this flame charge, and in his final phase you actually have to. Because he just infinitely uses it once you get him to final phase.
Okay, that's nice information to know then. Alright, you punk.
Yeah, he's only got 4 attacks, so... Fireball, Bomberman, Flame Charge, and Summon Minions.
Why must you be on top of me every time you use that?
Yep, that's the problem with him. That Fireball is his worst attack. You always like to spam it in your face. The Fire Charge is easy enough to dodge if you just stay in the bottom row. Honestly, I think the only reason I actually beat him was because right before he got to his final phase, the last wave of his minions just all dropped candy for me.
Okay.
And basically let me get all the way back up to full health right before his final phase. If I recall, there's like 4 different colors the background will turn. In his final phase, it'll be deep red with a bunch of eyes in the background.
Where I can hit you. I don't think that hits him.
It can, it's just a hard thing to time, but you absolutely have to in the final phase because he would infinitely use a version. Well, actually, it's an EX version of that fire attack because he has a bunch of little fake hymns running around with a fire too. Alright.
Oh, pissing
You
him off.
weaken him enough to... Yep. You got one more phase after this, and then you'll start going ultimate. Oh yeah, forgot there is one more attack he uses one time, right as he enters his final phase, where it's basically he'll circle around with fire, with like a spinning wheel with 3 lines of fire that's spin in a counterclockwise direction.
I got killed by a thing I killed.
Yeah, that happened to me before too.
Right. You squeaky little bat thing. Hold still and take damage.
Now he is literally the Shadow Mantle, so... You have to wear him to make sure you don't die immediately from the night.
Combining attacks.
Yep, he does that. He only ever combines Fireball and Bomberman, though. Well, I guess I technically Minion / Fire Charge. Alright, final phase. It's going to go fire charge. Yeah.
I was not quite prepared for Flame Wheel.
Yeah.
You said it was a fire
Yep.
charge. That wasn't a fire charge, that was a Flame Wheel.
Yep. Yeah, he only uses that attack once, and then afterwards he's going to go infinitely using that fire charge attack.
Ow. I lose all my health in the first stage, why not?
To be fair, actually, I think his final phase is like the easiest one to dodge in, because he just uses the flame charge.
Alright.
The only problem with it is trying to actually inflict damage on him while he's doing it.
Starting off strong by getting beaten in the face.
Yep. The flame charge is... the flame attack is just his worst one.
And he seems to like to spam it on stage 1.
Yep. Which honestly makes stage 1 one of the hardest stages. Just because that attack is so annoying. Because when it flies through walls and goes in diagonal angles that you can't really move in. Armor Man isn't too bad if you can predict where it's coming from. That flame one is just everywhere.
And it centers from him, so when I'm trying to stab him...
Flame charge is honestly his easiest attack to dodge because he's not really doing too much there.
Minions can be beneficial, but they're also annoying if you mess them up.
Yep. But they're also the only way you have to heal this fight, since you can't use items.
They become items. Sometimes. Well, it hurt me and then it healed me.
Yeah. So you broke even there. Getting that free damage off on him while he's switching forms is always nice.
Yes. Or changing attacks.
He tends to leave a pretty big opening when he does his minion summoning. And final phase. He's going to start with his fire wheel. And after he's done with his fire wheel, he'll just constantly flame charge you for the rest of the fight.
Got him.
There you go.
If we can reach it. Probably, I was gonna say probably some out of bounds bit. Okay, we are freaking ourselves out. I just stabbed at us.
Yep, and walked off into the abyss. Inside is the Shadow Mantle, a vital item for defeating the Knight. So it is the only thing that will make it so you don't just die. You got a flat soda. Yay!
Okay. And then out of the curiosity. Shadows slip off like water. Greatly protects against dark and star attacks.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to the big defense boost from that.
Its defense boost is alright. It's actually pretty subpar.
Yeah, defense is less than this, but more
Oh
than...
yeah, and here's another thing to note for the Knight fight. If you get knocked out by him, he will set your HP to negative 999.
Ow.
So you're basically out unless you use a revive item. With exception to Chris, who only gets set to negative 80 for whatever reason.
Weird.
It's basically the only way to get somebody who dies in that fight up is a revivement. You can go face Tenna. Yep. You can either use your points. You can. Okay. Don't. The B room's the only one still open, so you can use your points here, or you can turn them into dark dollars of that machine outside.
Yeah, might as well see what we can.
I know one of the rewards is revivements, which are very helpful in this coming fight.
Yeah.
Over to do it faster.
Forgot about that. Tension max.
Sounds like an item that will max out your tension. I just realized if that is what that does, that's going to be really helpful in one of the mini bosses in Chapter 4.
Revivement.
Ooh, very useful item to have in the night fight.
No more gold items.
Oh, you have all the gold items you can get out of it, I guess.
In which case, I don't know what the rest would end up doing.
Just random items, I guess.
I guess we'll see what 100 does. Just out of curiosity.
TV dinner heals 100.
Okay, so pretty much the not so great
TV
versions.
slop. Yeah, it's a crappy heal item. Yep.
never did end up going back in that room.
Yeah, don't worry, they move it into the castle town.
Okay. So that way is locked.
Hmm.
So this was along the chase bit, I guess.
Hmm.
Entrance. Not sure where this one
I think this is that hallway from when you first arrived. No, I know this is where you fell. Okay. It's where your little chase scene began.
Yeah. Interesting. Was there anything else we had to do out in here?
Well, aside from not really knowing where the egg is, I think we've pretty much got everything else.
Any chance I can get you to kind of piece together where?
I'll see if I can find a video, because none of the guides I've found have really been helpful.
So those guys go away. At this point, I'm kind of just backtracking to see if there's anything out of the ordinary, you know?
Okay, so head back to the green room.
May take a minute. Okay, back at the green room.
Alright. Now head south back to the way you came in here initially.
Okay.
And the one route that you did not go.
I thought this was the continuation.
No. And head south and get caught by the light. And tell him you're a cheater and you're going nowhere. Nowhere.
Okay.
Now we go this way. Nope, keep going to the right. There's supposed to be a wizard. Maybe we missed it by... Might have needed to do it before fighting the
the
boss.
secret, just because the systems all seem to be down now.
Yeah.
And I already saved, so that means I'm not getting the
Yeah.
egg this run. Unfortunate. I kind of
Yeah.
wanted to see where that led. Well, that happened. This is what I get for rushing towards boss. Well, I guess the only way left now is...
It's onward to go fight Tenna.
Oh, they got this handy little thing.
Yep, looks like you've recruited everyone.
That's a good thing. And these should all be open from before.
Yep.
Oh, it's even nice enough to quickly go through it.
Yep. And make sure to head back to the save after beating Tenna.
Got cheaper.
And it actually will evolve into another heal next chapter too. It gradually seems to get better over the course of the game. Basically, the more damage Ralsei takes, the more points you get.
Interesting.
If you use that action. And the standard actions are just score.
There we go.
You do get bonus points for getting tension points too. Of course, the main one is minigames. Dodge the fire. Bonus points for jumping over it.
sucks.
Well, it picks a random minigame for most selection each time. It's not necessarily the same one. Fire. Unstoppable.
Oh. They reversed the rules.
Yep.
And Susie's dead.
What if I told you about letting Susie die?
It happens.
It's not supposed to happen.
Well, it happens. Rest of us are staying healthy. Why ain't she?
Because you're not giving her any healing. Susie woke herself up because you refused to heal her.
Susie's dead again.
Susie just got up and you killed her with your terrible, your terrible guitar playing.
Susie's back.
Yeah, since you don't want to help her, she's got to do everything herself.
We're busy dealing with this bastard. Ow. Susie's down again. So's Rilsey now. Oh yeah, here. Touch me, raises tension. Candy space. Soda. Why do I have a glow shard in my inventory?
I don't know, you've been carrying it around for a while. You never optimized your inventory at all. And you're also only 31 points away from winning.
Get up, Rousey. Depending on what move he did, I did not.
Yeah.
You know. And because it's half used, I might as well use the other half of it. Susie can get back up. I don't like this move.
Alright, one more act and you're done. Even just an I Love TV will do it.
I just gotta dodge fire. He's not down.
Grand finale. Where he's just gonna spam all the mini games in like 2 seconds each. He's gonna randomly switch between mini games. It's actually very annoying. No, you shoot him in the face repeatedly.
Yeah, gotta shoot the stars too so they don't
Yep.
hit us. That's a big one. Yeah. You done?
Yes, he is done.
Are you done? Enough channel checking.
And now head back to the safe so you don't die. Anybody who's looking for entertainment?
Yes.
Alright, now we run back to safe. And equip the Shadow Mantle on Susie if you haven't already.
I guess.
And probably optimize your equipment as best you can,
The very
particularly
minimum.
your items, because
I was gonna say, at the very minimum, I gotta do some rearranging
yeah,
of the
because you do not need a
items.
glow shard.
Storage first. Fucking
You got all this crap that isn't useful in the least.
bagel, that'll help.
The
Got a
TV dinners are
ton
better than the
of
bagels.
those. Well, it was more just so I use it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some things I'd prefer not to use right away, and other things,
This is the fight you're going to want to be using them in.
uh, don't want to use, like, the spin cake.
The spin cake, you can get a new one every chapter.
You said I couldn't get one in one of the chapters, which I'm pretty sure was next chapter.
Oh yeah, he for whatever reason wasn't given it to. But honestly, the next boss compared to last guy is
And I don't
compared to
think I
this guy's
can get
nothing.
these items again.
Yeah, you can. The Lancer cookie, yeah, you can get that back. But the
Oh,
chocolate diamond and the heart stone, I don't think you can get back. You guys remember Lancer's chilling in the bakery, and he says he was regenerating cookies.
I guess, but still, you get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I guess, tension bit just TP.
Useful item.
Dark candy, you said. Save. Probably good enough, maybe. Nah. I don't know. There. Mostly dinner's in there now.
Yeah. Save.
And, oh yeah. I almost forgot.
Yep, and then change equipment to. Currently, you don't have anybody wearing the shadow mantle, and yeah. The shadow mantle and the deal maker are the ones that are kind of ideal for Susie right now.
Now, deal maker is on you.
Yeah. Ralsei's just gonna pretty much die immediately, and you don't really have enough. You need to use your TP to get a Rude Buster, otherwise you're never gonna be able to win this fight, so Ralsei's not really gonna be able to do much healing. Oh yeah, and you've gotta equip your best axe too.
So I haven't really been...
Toxic axe is the best you got.
Not sure what the bad idea modifier be.
Yeah, it's just one of those that exists.
Needs to give her something.
Yeah, try to find something to boost defense, I guess.
They are slightly more optimized,
Yep.
I guess.
Oh, and for the first turn of the night fight, Chris has an act called Hold Breath. Use that turn 1. It's a permanent effect that makes your soul move faster. I've only seen this cutscene a million times.
top of the Christmas tree.
Because she's the star of the show.
And the TV is broken.
Introducing the Roaring Knight. Potentially one of Noel's family members giving the horn.
He seems to be eating Toriel. You going supernova? He's got a bat.
Yep. Holding your breath only works the first turn, but it lasts for the entire battle. You want to try to buff up, you can't spare him, you have to fight. See how the mercy bar's X'd out? You have to deal enough damage to it.
We're not built for attacks.
That's why I had you equip Susie with this stuff.
It's
kind of
pacifist man.
Yeah, but this one you cannot pacifist. It's still considered a pacifist run though, because you can't kill her anyways. Hide in the bottom right corner to start until the thing gets big enough.
That did not work at all. Hit me immediately.
Oh, usually works for me.
It didn't work for me.
Holding your breath doesn't do anything any further, so either defend, build up TP, or attack. Broodbuster does about 5 times as much damage as the normal attacks, so...
Ow.
Yeah, this attack is annoying. And then just go through the cutscene and let it go to Act 4, so you don't have to watch that cutscene with Tenna dying over again.
Undyne.
Yep. The police have arrived.
So yeah, Undyne, remember how we told you about the Dark World?
Yeah, Fire died.
Apparently she's been on his trail for a minute.
Undyne is being kidnapped.
Well, that happened. I think we need to cut the fountain. So you're saying I have to go all the way into... Wouldn't loading back end up canceling out everything I do anyway?
Once you go to, yeah, when you load back, it'll cancel. You basically continue from your file again once you complete chapter 3 again. But it'll take you back to the last save before you fight the knight. And this time, when you fight it, when you lose to it, it'll give you an option to rematch instead.
think they just left the house.
Yes, they did.
Which I think just leaves the whole Dark Fountain area then.
Mm-hmm. We're now back in the overworld for a short cutscene where you don't really have any control. No, I guess you get like 2 seconds of control, but you can't really do anything. Or actually, wait, did they give you? Wait, no, they don't give you control in this cutscene.
Susie is dragging me.
Yep.
Susie!
This is the only time in Chapter 3 you're in the overworld for this short little cutscene.
Oh, apparently there's a dark world down there.
Yep. The shelter. And Undyne has been kidnapped and locked in the shelter.
And now the town goes into lawlessness.
Yeah, because Napstablook isn't upholding the law.
No, he's just playing his jailbreak mix.
Yep.
Susie broke down.
They seem to have lost the flute.
And we also seem to have opened the door right after Susie left.
Yep. And yet you don't get to do anything with it, because credits roll. And when you get on Chapter 4, the door's shut.
Even though we were basically shown the password, I guess.
Yep, and basically just have to continue to Chapter 4, and then you can just exit at any point and
The
come
only
back
way
in.
to exit that I know is to X the game.
Well, if you hold down escape, it also exits.
Controller.
Yeah, keyboard still works even when you have controller in. You gotta get far enough so that until it says continue to Chapter 4, and after that.
I'm kind of stuck here to the credits anyway.
Yep.
I feel I'd probably just want to hit, go back to Chapter 3.
Well, I think you have to hit continue to Chapter 4 first, and then you can just kind of exit in the opening cutscene.
If I hit Chapter 4, it's going to tell me to select the save file, and then it changes my save file to be that of Chapter 4 file.
Yeah, all of your original saves are still in it if you reload the previous chapter. It doesn't override them.
Wouldn't that end up fucking up when I go into Chapter 4 again, though?
Not if you don't save, and either way you can start a new one.
I'm still going to hit Chapter 3.
Alright, hopefully it works.
If it plays the damn cutscene, it plays the damn cutscene.
Yeah, it'll play it the first time, but it will give you a revive. I mean, a retry afterwards if it works. You can hold Y to try to skip the dialogue, but a lot of it can't be skipped.
Namely, the tutorial coming down.
The tutorial coming down, Tana getting murdered, all the weird crap the Roaring Knight is doing in the intro scene.
Alright.
Always start holding your breath. And I would advise trying to defend and save up for Susie's Root Buster, because it deals way more damage than using the attack action. It deals around 150 rather than the Yeah, Ralsei's dead. Don't even bother trying to revive him.
Takes 50.
Yep, takes 50 to do it, but it deals massively more damage.
I mean, I feel like a good chunk of damage aspect is me actually knowing the attack pattern, which I don't. Because I haven't used fight, period, in this.
Yeah, but even with it, alright, for Root Buster, if you push A right as it hits, it will deal extra damage.
Don't know if that counted or not. That was a new move.
Yep. Oh, yeah, it's got quite a few moves. One of which is, okay, looks like you do have the retry button. Gaster says try again. But, one of his attacks is literally Sansa's Sea of Bones, but with swords.
Well, I never got to fight Sans, remember?
Yeah, because you couldn't make it through undying.
Undying. To be fair, she's relentless. You saw what she puts up with this thing.
Yeah.
That's how this one is working.
Yep, and later on she'll also start doing it across the side too.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the toughest fight in the game so far.
Way too early.
Fortunate.
Of course, I gotta be going the same way.
Alright, keeping's already maxed, so Chris might as well either attack or use a healing item. Your primary objective is to keep Susie alive at all costs. She's the only one who can really deal damage to it.
You told me this was only later.
They alternate between being vertical and horizontal later. They can pick either orientation for that initial one. But in later ones, it's really a pain because she just goes. Okay, you never know what she's going to go because sometimes she'll open it vertical, sometimes horizontal. Which makes it a pain to dodge.
How much damage we actually have to deal to this thing?
2,500.
We have to figure out how to dodge this one a little better.
Yeah, this one's a pain.
Getting there.
Yeah. And don't worry about using your big items here, because this is the worst fight in it. You can't use items in the secret boss in Chapter 4 anyways.
I think this one.
Yeah, the executive buffet. The longer you can keep the other guys alive, the better. Once they go down, don't bother trying to get them back up. Well, Chris, you can try to get back up just for healer. But Ralsei, once Ralsei's down, there's no point in trying to revive her.
Interesting.
Sea of Bones.
Well, there goes Ralsei.
Yep, Ralsei's out. This one's probably one of the easiest attacks in the
Thank goodness for
attack
me,
combo. Yeah, that's honestly just the knight's easiest attack to dodge.
And that means he's recycling moves.
Not necessarily, because there's basically it has EX variants of the moves.
But you know what I'm
It's not doing it.
at.
Yeah. But you haven't seen everything this thing's got to offer yet. Yep.
Susie died.
Yeah, the only way to get her back up is revivement. Or, I guess you're dead. Okay.
It started
Yeah, if
doing that
anybody other...
back and forth thing, so...
Yep. You can kind of see it. There's like a little red slash across the screen before it opens, and that's the only way you can really tell what she's gonna do.
I just wasn't fast enough is all.
Yeah.
I got you now.
For the first few attacks, anyways.
Wow, all targeted at Susie. I wonder why.
Susie's the only one who's really doing damage.
And there goes Susie. And Ralsei. I suck at this one.
Yeah, that's the one that gave me the most trouble too.
I guess there goes one of my revivements.
Yep. The only thing that can get anybody up in this fight outside of Chris, who doesn't die as badly. Sea of Swords.
Owie. Susie almost died.
Yeah, Chris is also going to be your designated healer for this battle, so...
I got poked. Thing is, the box shuts itself back up, which ends up
Yep.
pushing me into things.
Yeah, basically what you gotta do is, it'll as soon as you dodge the first wave, you gotta immediately get into a position that'll dodge the second one.
Which ain't always as possible as I'd hope.
Yeah.
Rousey seems to be little more than a cloak on the floor.
Yeah, Elsie's dead.
She's not even healing.
Yeah, you don't passive regen in this fight.
Oh, hello!
Once they're out, unless you have the... Yep, EX version of Sea of Bones.
I, don't have a second revivement.
Yeah, you're done for.
Back.
Yeah. I brought all of my revivements into this fight.
I only have 2.
I also had some revived dust, which I'm pretty sure I got from the gold.
I'm out of gold things, remember?
Yeah, just weird. So I wonder if it just randomly picks ones from a list.
Eh. Yeah, at that point.
Yeah, and you didn't have the cloak, so you just died instantly.
didn't die instantly. It still took more than one hit, but the damage wasn't split, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Plus, I had like half health. Yeah, if I'm not in a position to dodge the first one, like the second that it opens,
Mm-hmm.
is there like a trigger thing that happens that I know will, done what we're
Yeah.
trying?
Yeah, there's a whole cutscene, and it forces a loss afterwards, outside of battle. Plus, it'll use like its ultimate attack the way Jebel and Spampton did as well, where it basically hides all of your HP bars and does this full screen takeover. And the next attack, I believe, is guaranteed. I don't know if it's guaranteed, but it did for me. Knocked it down to the point where it triggered the cutscene.
Understanding it slightly more, but still
Yep.
getting hit like all.
Yep.
Friggin', I'm supposed to go.
Time for the revivement.
Ow. Back.
Yeah. As you can see, Chris only goes down to -80 instead of -999 like everyone else, so he can feasibly be revived. Who's wee Susie? You're the other one standing.
Now we bash our heads against this wall to live
Yep.
cracks.
Yep. This boss is much harder than the secret boss in Chapter 4. But I haven't fought the actual Chapter 4 boss, so I don't know what that is yet. You actually see the Chapter 4 secret boss pretty early on. to make you feel better. They're shaped like your friend's head.
Probably came from a friend's home.
Yeah. Well, Susie would know she was there.
Susie's dead. And everybody but Rousey. Rousey, how the hell did you survive?
Rousey was defending.
So was... Yeah, I guess. Move too much in this.
Yeah.
Might have to see if keyboard, maybe I can do a smaller movement or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really hard to dodge. But I mean, it is one of the moves that made Sans famous, so...
It's just that I move too much in my movement. Wow. 10 health.
Yeah. Spin Cake would also get Chris up too. Oh, yeah, or that one. Yeah, that also works.
Not so much for him. So you say that when we're the ones losing. Holy hell.
1 health. I think it's time for the cake.
So much for saving this. Swords. Susie, it's time for you to eat the chalk I was holding on to.
It's from Noel.
Sorry, they're not with you anymore. Also, the circle swords make it very hard to dodge that,
Yeah,
apparently.
that one's one of my least favorite attacks in its entire pool. That one's killed me more than any of the other ones.
Oh, shit.
It only uses that one once, though, so...
Oh, shit.
You can make it through the sword.
Up and fight again!
Yep. But I want that Shadow Shard.
Oh, fuck.
This is down. I don't even know how, but I somehow made it to this thing's final attack with Rousey still alive.
The fuck?
I don't know how I did that. I think it just didn't target Rousey very much, I guess. I still had all 3 up before the final attack, and I survived the final attack with just Susie left with 1 HP. I don't know if that's just can't kill you there, or if that just happened to be what Susie survived at.
Hard to see the tips of them.
Yeah. Yeah. See what I mean about this being a brutal fight? Guess there is still one attack you haven't yet. A variant of basically the EX burst. At the end of the attack, all projectiles become fly at you.
Glitched out to all end on my end.
Alright, that first attack, later on when it'll use an EX version of it, at the end of the attack, all those little things that explode into will all turn red and home in on you. I think that's the only one of his attacks you haven't seen yet. It's actually, it actually produces less of the little projectiles though, and honestly I find it easier to dodge that than the option. Well, I guess there's that in his ultimate attack. The ultimate attack's its ultimate attack.
Rousey, what the fuck?
He just didn't target Rousey.
Susie, how you're alive, we'll never know.
Sheer determination.
How many times will I fight you to my own death, you see?
At least I know it's opening.
Oh, Elsie's done. And down again.
Seriously, hate that move.
Yep, it's the worst one in the pool.
I never actually gave Rousey a decent weapon.
Yeah. Oh,
So yeah, that escape button strategy that you told me, yeah, that closes the game.
yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully this doesn't destroy the stream.
It's small one in the upper left corner now, but
What about now?
now it's just darkness.
How about now?
Still nothing so far. Yep, Okay, I saw your little.
I switched that over
Yeah,
to try to see if that'd fix it.
that's still nothing.
Okay, I think I might need to close the game and try to relaunch it now.
Mm,
This is why I don't like to close a thing once it's...
yeah.
Okay. Seems to do that part.
Yeah, it's in the upper left again.
Okay, now we're rolling.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's try to optimize some gear a little better.
Versus the one he was using, which was basically Chapter 1 type gear.
Yeah. Pink ribbon's probably a good one to go for, just because it gives you more grace range for tension.
Yeah, that's part of what I'm trying to think. Either that or if there's anything that gives a better... I guess Shovel's Tail gives attack.
Yeah.
Look into...
And you never made the twin ribbon, so you don't have that.
I didn't have things for that at the time, I don't think.
Yeah, you missed the pink ribbon in Chapter 2 somewhere along the way.
Isn't that what I just equipped the Chris?
I don't know. If
Eh.
it's still here, it doesn't look like it.
Shovel's Tail might be a little bit more beneficial.
The thing is, the Buster attack deals magic damage.
Really?
It uses a combination of your attack and your magic.
Fine. I'll make her on you then. You're getting your Shovel's Tail back.
Yeah, because you can't really heal in this fight anyways.
Money that goes okay. Okay.
You've turned Rousey into a punk.
Not that. I have 2 revivements.
Yes. And there's a third one in storage. Alright, now you have 3 chances to get Susie back up if she dies.
Rotten tea.
Yeah, it's the Noel tea.
Ah.
It goes bad if you don't use it in chapter 2.
Okay. How's that little rearrange? And now we're back into the fray.
Yep.
Much better on Rousey's attack. Yeah, Gaster, let me back in already.
You're grumpy.
I get it. We're gonna beat some more into you.
We may have to do this over and over again 1,000 times, but eventually we will break that bat.
Wow.
Eventually you'll get there.
We're getting better with every subsequent.
Yep. Outside of backpedaling a few times.
Well, you know how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
hate that move.
Yeah.
Eh.
This may take a few streams to get through.
face.
Yeah. Time for revivement.
Let me pack extras. Touches of extra damage help.
Now it's just Susie.
Well, you have Chris. The sword's in a circle. Yeah, it's nothing like slicing through all three of us, just one after another, so to speak.
Yep. Hate that sword circle attack.
I didn't do enough to heal beforehand. That was a rough start.
Yeah. Oh, we lost Rousey.
Yeah, this is probably game. Or not.
You survived.
He has 3 health.
Still alive.
Not for long. miraculously still alive.
Determination.
Dear God, he's got it. There he goes. The tiny circle of swords got us.
Yeah. Happens every time.
I need to somehow stay in the circle while doing tiny movements to
Yep.
dodge the swords, like right as they're about to hit.
Yep.
With perfect timing. This really comes down to, can I dodge enough to keep these guys more alive? The longer I keep them all alive, the better. While they don't do the most, they can either gather TP or deal that little extra damage to help, you know what I mean? Plus, technically more health in the total pool. Apparently, if you're on that line, when he makes it, you get stuck.
Yeah.
Apparently, somehow, during our little change-ups, Chris basically lost all his attack. But on that note, Rousey has boosted up, so she's got like 20 instead kind of thing. And that's for a non-crit one. Owie. Buster this turn anyway. I hate this
We lost Chris, but we're still alive.
Yep. Circle of Swords. Which I'm surprisingly better at than the normal swords.
Yeah, you just kind of gotta learn its pattern. You gotta basically make a little circle.
Yeah.
Just one little nudge at a time.
That thing hits like a tank. They were both at more decent health. Yeesh.
Yeah.
I tried to practice with how small of a nudge could I make to dodge that, and failed horribly.
You have 3 revivements. I wouldn't bother bringing Rousey back.
It's actually been very beneficial for me to have the extra member.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as Susie doesn't die too much.
Here's the thing, it's making it so I can keep attacking while
Yeah.
also doing, you know what I mean?
Alright. Time for an AoE heal.
And yeah, Chris brings back from AoE heals, so depending on the move after. And that was a bad move after. Now it's just gonna be the 2 of them for the rest of this fight. Honestly, I would really like to, if I can get to that Circle of Swords one with a 3-team member party that's got like full health, to try to make it so I don't just die outright.
Yeah.
But that's kind of far into the fight, so... Ow. Well, fuck. Not even the Circle of Swords I normally have issue with.
Yeah.
Alright. That was horrible on my end. Stop experimenting with that. fact that these guys don't, like, passively heal on their dead bits.
Yeah.
In every other fight. say that, but then this moves up.
Someday you'll win.
it worse. There was diagonals.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that part. 'Cause I don't think I've ever successfully dodged the diagonal one.
It just keeps getting harder. I mean, we were actually making some progress there. I learned which turn has the circle of things to have everybody defend. Not factoring what round that was on.
Oh, Chris is still alive at least. I guess Susie ate all the bullets.
You know, when they tell you eat lead, that's not good for you, Susie.
Well, Susie eats chalk too, so...
At least that's not lead.
Susie's still there.
No dodges. I didn't have defend on for that.
Oh, we've only got a few more attempts before we gotta end for the night. That was his easiest attack.
I know. I don't know why I fucked it up so hard. You know, just because of the time and everything, I'm just gonna say fuck this and call it here for now.
Yeah.
So, as unfortunate as that may be, we'll be calling that there. Thank you everybody for watching. Hope you all enjoyed.
See you next time.
Adios.